Pacifica, yeah. Hey, what's up you guys, Sharpness Prime here doing another Aliens figure review on the Aliens Colonial Marines video game Xenomorph Spitter figure from Hiya Toys. If you're trying to get your Colonial Marines figures, you can get them at big. Get your big badass toys at bigbadtoystore.com. Click the link in the description below. So same packaging that we've gotten for all the other figures. Window box right here looks pretty cool. Scatter of aliens on there, and then 2 pictures of the spitter on the back, and not much else going on. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. So here's the Xenomorph Spitter out of the packaging, and this is a pretty cool figure. I do have some gripes about it though. I'm mostly impressed with the head sculpt. I really like the head sculpt a lot on this guy, and he's got this really dark glossy black paint throughout, but there's still some paint variation. He also added this splatter to it all over the place. These little gray dots are going throughout the figure, but I really like the sculpt of it. I do have some issues though, which I'll talk about in a little bit. He does come with a lot of accessories. I really like these interchangeable hands, but unfortunately I recommend using a hairdryer before you try to switch these out. There's a lot of extra paint on some of these joints on this figure, so I actually ended up breaking the left hand on mine. So yeah, use a hairdryer and then get those joints cracked first. He comes with the same base right here that all the other ones have, which I really like. You get that peg sticking out over there. We get the egg chamber right here, which looks awesome. I believe this is the one that came with the lurker, and then we get the face hugger too. I really like the head sculpt on this one a lot, but I'm really impressed with the paint too. I really like the silver right there for his teeth, and he has these fins right there on the sides. I never really played the video game, but I really like all these different aliens that we're getting, and I really like this sculpt and paint on the side. Man, this is a 4-inch scale figure. They have this nice gradient right here with this tan color, and for a 4-inch scale line, I just think that's really impressive. I really like the yellow over here. I'm looking on the back and on the top of it too. I like how it has all this spattering going on like that, and even underneath the head, that looks pretty impressive too. The rest of the figure isn't too bad. I like that lime green right there in the chest area. I think that looks pretty good. I think we got the same sets of hands for the lurker and soldier figure. You can see the spatter detail right here on the forearm, plus I really like these spikes right here on his elbows. Then the legs are pretty cool. I really like how these heel sections look over here. I just like this little extra piece they've added right here. That's not on the soldier or lurker figure, so this is a pretty new sculpt. I like that. And there's the toes, little alien toes, and then here's the bottom of the feet. And again, the right foot says Hiya China. Hiya China! I like the detail on the tail. I think this is very cool. I like how you can see all these rivets coming throughout right here. And again, just like the boiler, it attaches to the body of the figure, so you don't have to worry about the tail breaking. And then looking at the rest of the back of the figure, I really like this glossy black paint, and then there's some extra hinge pieces sticking out of there on the back of the thigh, and then you get that green paint again, and then these guys look really cool, those tubes. Now I strongly emphasize that you use a hairdryer, especially on the ankles and the wrists on this figure. I may have mentioned that earlier, but anyway, the head cannot really look up too much. It can look down very far. It rotates side to side, and he does have a good amount of neck pivot over here. I like that. His shoulders move outward, they can move forward. He has an elbow bend at 90 degrees, rotate side to side. The wrists are supposed to rotate side to side. He has a diaphragm joint that moves side to side, and it crunches forward and back and rotates. He has hips that move outward, they kick forward. He has an upper thigh swivel, single jointed knees, and the angles move up and down and side to side. And of course, we also get the bendy tail, which I love. I love the bendy tail. Can't go wrong with the bendy tail. Yeah, bendy tail! So these are 4-inch scale figures, but the spitter stands over 5 inches tall. Here's a spitter right here compared to the boiler, the soldier, and the lurker. Now these two right here were their first batch, and they had the same body mold, but these two over here have unique body molds. I really think they've made a huge improvement with these two figures overall. And here he is next to the SH Monstars Big Chap and NECA Xenomorph Warrior. And of course here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Now aside from the joints getting jammed from the paint, I think this is a very cool figure. I wish they'd add ankle pivots to these. It kind of falls over a little easy depending on how I pose the tail, but overall it's not a bad figure. I think they're pretty good, especially for all the paint that they add to them. I think the paint apps are actually quite impressive. Anyway, I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and please check out toynewseye.com for the latest in action figure news and a photo gallery of images from this review. I will catch you guys later. Peace.
Gave it a spark. Welcome to Articulated Comic Book Art.
That's crispy.
And looking at the rest of the back of the figure, I really...